Welcome to Social Work 225. My name is Dr. Erin Stevenson. I'm an assistant professor in the Department of Social Work at EKU, and I'll be your lead instructor for Human Behavior in the Social Environment 1. We're using the updated Blackboard Ultra for our class, which I think is pretty exciting. The format may look a little different at first, but I think you'll find all the usual folders and links are easily accessible. In fact, Ultra is easier to navigate for a lot of students, so I think it will work well for you too. To get started, I want to walk you through the folders and links in our Social Work 225 site. I'll share my screen and I'll talk you through it. Okay, so this is the main page for Social Work 225. You can see we have a list of menu up here on the left-hand side, and then course content is the part we're going to go over first. This is where all your main links begin. You'll see welcome to the course. This is where you can click and you can see a course overview. You can see some instructions about getting started with the course and a little intro by myself and facilitator if we have one for the class. And you can click that folder to close it back up. And next, most important, syllabus and course schedule. Click that folder and each one are listed here separately. So let's start with the course schedule. Click on that and it's going to open up into the next page. You'll see a description of your course schedule up here. You'll see my email. You can click that to ask me questions. And then this is an attachment. So you'll see attachments in some of the folders. This is your course schedule. You can do two things. You can go all the way over to the right and click this preview file button. And you'll see that it gives you a preview of it. You can scroll and see the different information for each module right here if you like. And that's always available for you. The other option is you can either click here to download it, or you can go up to the three little dots, click those, and you can download the original file, or you can choose alternative formats. There are some PDF files and EPUB files if you choose those. So a couple options with each document, and you can click it to close it back up. Now, to get back to the course content, go all the way over here to the left, find the red X, and click that. Now we're back at course content again. You can look at your syllabus and the course schedule, or you can close the folder. Now, next important thing is your textbook link. So we are using an open education resource, which is a textbook that is available online, free, and it's available to you even after this course has ended. So all you need to do is click this link, and it will take you to the textbook. Click where it says read book. It will open the book for you. And then to the left, you'll notice contents, and there's a little drop-down arrow. Drop down, and you can see the menu has each of the chapters. So as you're assigned different chapters, you can come in here and look in the contents to find the chapter you want to read. Let's go back to our menu here. And we're going to look in the modules. So every eCampus course typically has 8 modules. And this one does too. So each module has its own folder, and you see them listed out right here. The first module that you'll start with is right here. You will click it to open, and every module will have just about the same instructions. So it will look very similar for consistency's sake. Each module will have introduction and instructions here. It will have a list of your reading materials, and we'll also have a set of slides for that module that are based on the readings and materials. You can download those if you'd like to play the audio where I read each slide to you, or you can just view the slides here on Blackboard. Let's open the readings and materials, and you'll see that for each module, there are readings from the textbook, and I've made it pretty easy because you can click the link and it will take you to that section in the textbook, or you can go back to the textbook and search for them. There is a handout for this one, something you need to review. And then there's always going to be a couple of videos for you to watch. I've chosen short but important videos that help explain some of the key concepts that you want to be focusing on during this course. Go back to the red X on the left, and you can click back to the course content again. And you'll notice that this format is pretty much the same for every module, so it should be pretty easy to follow. Below your modules is another folder, and this one is your resources and things to access that EKU often puts on here for you if you need help from Blackboard, if you want to access the library and our specific social work library guide right here. There's some APA writing format checklists that are really helpful. So all those links are easily available under resources for learning and writing. So that's your main course content. Pretty nice and clean and simple. Let's go up to the top, and you'll notice in the left-hand corner are a couple other links. Content will take you back to this main course content page if you're somewhere that if you're not there currently. Calendar is going to open a visual calendar, and it will list due dates when assignments are due on different days if you like to look at it in that visual manner. Then discussions. So this is a little different. It's not showing our discussions here because I'm in student preview mode. But all the discussions that you will have in this class will be available under this discussions link. They will also be available within each module. So you can access your discussion groups 2 different ways. Makes it pretty easy to get to them. Grade books are right here. Everybody likes their grade book. There's a list of all the items, activities, assignments, and quizzes that you will do for this class. And it will tell you the due date. And it will also tell you what your grade is at this point. Out of how many points, how many have you earned? You can go back up here. And the last little thing that Ultra has added that's kind of neat is a messages block. You can go to this messages block and you can go all the way over to the right, click, and you can do a new message. You can choose recipients from the class. It lists everybody in the class. It lists your instructors. Makes it really easy to contact people in your class or to contact your instructor. It's all right there. Now, if you post a message here to me, it will only show up for you and for me. It will not show up for the whole class. This is a little bit more of a personal messaging area for that class. All right. So if the little red X is not showing up, you can go up a bit further and see your black arrow to go back. That will take you back a page. Oops, there's that one too. There we go. Now we're back to our grade book. Let's go back to our main content page. So I've shown you your course content list here. I've shown you the links in the top left. Now scroll down a little bit further. Here's another way to contact me or your facilitator. They will show up here. You can click the little email button and it will open an email and you can directly contact me. You can also find everybody in your course with this roster. So it shows a list of everybody in the class and you can contact them. Their emails are available there as well. There's a progress tracking, which shows you what you've completed and how much you have left to complete in the whole course. May or may not be useful to you. There's a collaborate button. You may have used collaborate before in Blackboard, which is kind of like Zoom, where you can connect with other classmates virtually and see each other. Attendance is not something you all will have, but it still shows up on here. We don't do attendance with eCampus, but we do want to pay attention to what assignments you're completing and how your progress is with the materials that are provided. If you have groups, they will show up here. So only your groups will show up on this link to the side. You're going to have 2 groups for this class. You'll have a discussion forum group, and you will also have a human diversity project group. So you'll find 2 groups linked on this side when you open your page. Now, the last most important thing I want to point out is the announcements. As you know, Blackboard, we've had announcements that will come up. This is the new way they're going to do announcements. They will pop up on the screen when you first log into our website to Social Work 225. Any new messages I've sent will pop up immediately. And then once you've clicked on them, that you viewed them, you can go back to this little announcements button here in the left-hand column, and you can view the list of announcements if you need to go back and see if there's something that you missed or you want to reread something. So those will always be here for you, just like in the other Blackboard. There are books and tools listed here from EKU, other options, things that you might want to look through. And then you can also use Microsoft Teams if you like that to contact maybe your group. You want to talk to your Human Diversity Project group, perhaps. and you all want to see each other, you have a link to Teams right here that you can all use through this class. You don't need to ask me about it. You can just use it. And that is all that we have on this new ultra version of Social Work 225. I hope you like it. I hope you will also email me with any questions or concerns that you have. I will have the class open a week before it actually starts. So you have plenty of time to get in there and look around and start working through the materials. So I look forward to working with you all, and I will see you online.